Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, 4D. Good evening, Viv.
Good evening, 40. Good evening, Bronze.
It is Thursday, the 16th of October, 2025. Storm in the Teacup, episode 36.
Just think I'd like to start the show by saying I was born and bred in England, and I am very proud to say that I'm born and bred in England.
Oh, that's a reference to that that woman who said that in Scotland, and then she got like completely hounded for it, didn't she? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it was the way she was so embarrassed by it, as if she just said some really harrowing, disgusting thing. What is wrong with people?
She completely folded. She completely folded.
What's wrong with people? I like stepping on puppies. You know, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
I was born here. I love the place. I love my county of Suffolk. I love England. I love all the other nations on the islands, afloat and adrift on these stone rafts and under attack by globalist forces.
Yeah, just for some info, she was a reform councillor in Scotland, and she was being interviewed, and she was just talking about things. She said, I'm born and bred in Scotland," and then she immediately just folded. She goes, "Oh, I shouldn't have said that," and then she completely just lost it. And it's like, what are you doing, you stupid woman? You didn't say anything wrong.
What the hell's being born and bred in Scotland? What's wrong with that? What the hell is wrong with that? They're great people. What the bloody wrong?
Yeah, well, this is the woke mind virus, infecting people, isn't it? Everyone's just so worried about saying the wrong thing, and even if they say something which isn't wrong at all, then they just completely freak out about it. It's insane.
Shocking, isn't it? Mental. I was born and bred in Sudan, and I'm proud of it. Racist.
Yeah, right. So proud of it that I came here all the way here on a dinghy, and I paid thousands of pounds to get here.
Yeah, which I believe is a great testament to how wonderful this country is. If so many people want to come here, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so. I don't think it's about how great the country is. I think it's about how many freebies they can get here.
They're adventurers. I've come to the conclusion a lot of the people are adventurers. And they come here, they're young men, and they come here for an adventure, and they go back.
Yeah, if only.
Well, some of them, not all of them.
Yeah.
But some of them.
Anyway.
I don't know how to link it into what you just said, but there's a lot of kidnappings, on-street kidnappings going on, and I saw two that stuck in my mind. One where it looks like a group of guys are trying to kidnap a teenage girl and try and bundle her in a car, and I think they actually get her in the car at one point, and then you can see a group of and I believe this was in Birmingham, by the way, and a group of onlookers sort of block the car. Whatever happens, the girl manages to get out of the car and leg it to a shop and ask for help, and the two guys are arrested. And then there was another kidnapping I believe this one was in Scotland, just twilight sort of time. It wasn't dark, but it wasn't bright light, trying to kidnap a teenage girl, and thank her lucky star she gets away. He looked a lot bigger than her, but this kidnapping is becoming a problem as well now.
Well, that one in Birmingham, sorry, Viv, that one in Birmingham, it was a father and his son trying to do it.
Was it really? Oh, thanks for that update. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, which is just that's just, if it was a group of young guys, that's one thing, but a father and son actually conspiring to do that was just terrific. And of course, yeah, and they got caught, they got arrested, they're being charged, and they are well, one of them was called Mohammed. Let's just leave it at that, shall we? And that tells you what you need to know about them. So yeah, it's just what's going on, really.
There's been a number of occasions here in this small town in East Anglia. Same thing, attempted kidnapping. Nice, very nice. Yeah, Yeah, but it's enrichment, and we can't really talk too much about it because it would destroy community cohesion.
Well, none of us like to give our positions away, but I think I have given away that I'm in quite a nice part of the south of England, shall we say? And I mean, there shouldn't be much problem. Fuck it, it doesn't matter. I'm from Surrey, and anyone who thinks of Surrey thinks of wealth and affluency, and it's nice and that. The amount of burglaries have gone up sort of tenfold in this area. So even in these places where they're not used to having the kinds of problems that main cities have, we're experiencing different crime rates going up.
I've always said it, to solve the problem is to basically stop putting the economic migrants and adventurers in working class communities, put them on Hampstead Heath and in Richmond Park in big tent cities.
Yeah, I know you've said it before. Yeah, that's not the answer though, bud. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, I know. It's a touch of satire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the media is still doing their damnedest to cover for all of it and to lie. And it's I don't know. It's just becoming really shocking now, as if it wasn't shocking before. But it's for me at least, it's becoming so obvious that they are just part of the problem, really more so than ever. It's I don't know. Is it going to stop?
It would stop when if there is a great awakening, it will spread. It has to spread. You have to stop reading the mainstream media. It's gone. It's captured.
Absolutely, yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's okay. Read the headlines. I do that. I have a little look, and I think, oh yeah, really? Okay, this is so far from reality. But carry on.
Yeah, well now people who this is site there, people who now complain about migration are now deemed terrorists by the UK government. And funnily enough, I saw 2 or 3 days ago there was a little article in the Daily Telegraph, and it was the headline was Trump could offer refugee status to Europeans who oppose migration. So saying he could offer political asylum to Europeans who oppose migration, the major overhaul of the immigration system, some of which has already been implemented, also give preference to English speakers and white South Africans.
Oh man, I don't know much about America. I need to start looking at where I want to go. I'm serious. Yeah. I'm absolutely serious. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, no, I'm not absolutely serious. I'm 80% serious.
I know it's becoming more of a realistic prospect, isn't it?
I'm not going anywhere, mate.
Yeah,
I'm staying here. I'm staying my ground. I'm an old geezer, but
right. Yeah. That is how I should. You're right, Viv. Actually, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting networks together. We're building networks, peaceful networks, mind, and that's true. I'm not saying that because anyone might be listening.
Well, yeah, I mean, further down this article, it says Mr. Trump has been advised to prioritize Europeans who have been targeted for peaceful expression of views online, such as opposition to mass migration or support for populist political parties.
What the hell does populism mean anyway now?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably talking about reform, maybe, or even advance, and any of those type of parties that everyone else wants to call far right and Nazi and fascist and etc.
Well, I got shadow banned and I'm banned on X, so I reckon I can apply for that by the sounds of it.
Well, yeah, I think we all could.
Yeah, probably good. I mean, I think there's some good places. America's so big, you could disappear. You could go to the woods. You could find old places. Go wherever. It would be all right. But
if I was 20 years younger, mate, that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
Nice people, Americans, don't sound so bad. You could go to Russia, But there's a language barrier there. I can't. It's not even got the bloody. They've got a Cyrillic script. So I don't even understand how to read that.
When I was in the Falklands, I was that bored. I tried to learn Russian, and Russians, it's trying to get your tongue around some of those words. It's quite difficult. Actually, I didn't do very well at all.
No. I mean, they don't even have Roman script like we do. I don't know what the hell's going on there. It's like Greek, so it's all Greek to me. So, yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just staying here, you know. I'm too old to mess around. And if they want to come and get me, come on, that's all right. Don't mind. If they want to have a go at me, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, prison's probably better than one of their nursing homes, where they slot you with midazolam and morphine, and they put a DNR on you.
Yeah, you probably have to convert. If you go to prison, you probably have to convert to Islam to survive in there.
Yeah, I'll pretend to do that. Yeah. Alaikum salam and salam alaikum and all that. Yeah. All right, mate. Yeah.
If it gets to the point where oldies like us are getting arrested, then it's pretty much the end of the country. I know that's already happened for a lot of people, but yeah, I mean, that's what I do get depressed quite a lot, especially living on my own. I'm sure you guys get lonely as well at times, but the thought when I listen to the news and the kinds of things I listen to and all the alternative stuff, it does fill me with dread sometimes that we are. And I think, again, since Q stuff, what is it, 2017, 18, whenever it was, I've thought we've been on a knife edge since then. So my nerves are shot to hell here in 2025. I still don't understand why not everyone's woken up and that. But then on the other side of it, I don't think we'd be seeing what we're seeing unless we were winning. And you know, there's these two kind of, it's frustrating, hard, difficult.
It's depressing. It's oppressive. Yeah. It's oppressive and depressing, and it's like, you know, that feeling when in the morning when you jump out of bed, you're full of energy with a big smile on your face, and you're ready to take on the day. Yeah, me neither.
No, yeah, exactly.
No, I don't get that. I just see a grey dome with possible chemtrails, and sorry about that, but. Yeah, then I walk to work and I see I stroke a cat, kiss his little head, walking to work.
Even cats run away from me now. I've got no friendly cats around here.
No, really? Oh, my God.
Every time I see one, I like, hello there, come on. And they look at me and I take one step forward and they run away. And I'm just like, geez.
Damn.
That's my one saving grace. Dogs seem to really like me, and they're better than humans with me. So I tend to have quite an affinity with dogs and children. That's my
yeah. Little kids are lovely, but you know, I get to work and I get on the phones and people ring up and I think, you know what? Hang on, most people are really all right. It's they may not be awake, but they're decent.
Yeah, you know? I've always said that. I think on the whole, people are decent. Most of it comes from fear. Most of the anger and the violence and the nastiness comes out of somewhere out of fear.
Well, not just the negative stuff, but just people not wanting to face up to the reality of the situation we're in. You know, people wanting to bury their heads in the sand for as long as they can.
It's not as if, it's not as if we haven't been here before. The first industrial revolution was just so traumatic, but they didn't have the networks we've got now. You know, they had Ned Ludd, who wasn't a real person, but they're called Luddites. They weren't complaining about mechanization. We've got the machine rolling over us, a juggernaut, remaking the world into the image of the elites.
Yeah, but you know, the irony is that they've split families up, as you know, as we say all the time, in communities. Yes, you're right. We should have more access and more sociability, but the way they've programmed it and the way they've done it, we're not in touch with each other. And I think you said, it's the same. I don't think we're in the same place. I think this is a new place where we've got a generation of kids that haven't grown up with mums and dads and a loving family and I think there's a lot more of us that are in broken families or not in relationships at all. As it's one of my big things. I think we're not having children, we're not getting into relationships, we're not long-term relationships, we haven't got family ties, community spirit ties. There's none of that anymore, and that's why the other dominant faction is taking us over, because they do still have that kind of cohesion.
Yeah,
well, they wouldn't be taking it over if they didn't receive so much protection from the state and public funding. They receive huge amounts of money.
Oh, for sure,
and encouragement, and it just defies belief, really.
Yeah, but they want a new world. They want a utopia. And bear in mind, utopia means, in Thomas More's early novel, it means no place. Utopia means no place.
Yeah,
well, and also, unfortunately, sorrow sells better than happiness. So they want us as sad and lonely and depressed as they can make us. So that, and sometimes that's the only way I get myself out of the depression. I remind myself that that's what they want, and you kind of, oh, fuck them, I've got to get happier.
Well, yeah, they want everybody dependent on the state. They don't want people to be self-dependent. When you have a strong family and a cohesive community, people are not so dependent on the state.
Totally, of course,
and that is exactly what they want.
Just remember PMA whenever you're feeling down. PMA, positive mental attitude.
Yeah.
No, it just makes me angry. That just makes me angry when I think like that.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, of course.
No, I think 4D. Are you confusing it with PMT?
Yeah. No, whenever I get depressed now, I hear Viv going, positive mental attitude, and I think, you fucking arsehole.
Yeah, shut up with that positivity. But I don't care what people say. I don't care what people do. Just do your own thing. I know it sounds a bit glib, and I'm not. I hate the word influencer as well. I bloody hate that. I've got loads of replies on Slack from people. I was saying, where's some see you next Tuesday, getting loads and thousands of likes. What the hell's wrong with people? And they're recommending, I don't know, microwave meals. This is the best microwave meal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all that shit. Oh, here's how to look better on your prom night. What the fuck is a prom night? That's not a British thing. We just used to slink out of sixth form and think, oh, thank God that's all over, or the fifth form, or whatever.
We do have UK versions of that. I mean, all you have to do is just look through any of even the Daily Telegraph, but especially papers like the Daily Express, Daily Mail. I'm sure like the Sun and the Mirror do the same. But go on their website, and half of them are promoting products.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
we tried the 5 best coleslaws in Sainsbury's, and here's it's all that kind of stuff. It's like, what is this?
Yeah, fact that. Put our recipe for coleslaw. It's easy to make. It don't take you more than a few minutes. Especially if you've got a slicing machine. Just chuck a cabbage, chuck a carrot, onion, mayo, bit of mustard, bosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just that. They do it for all sorts of stuff, though. It's like, here's what you need to be wearing this autumn. Here's what you should be wearing, and and it's just, look at this, look at the dress that Princess Catherine is wearing, and how you can get it, and how and how you can get that look, and how you can. It's just all just so banal. And
we could do something similar. We could have our cameras on so people could see us, and we could say what not to wear.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would take off, because I've got terrible dress sense.
Yeah, with dress sense, I do like clothes. I do like traditional English clothes. I dress how I like, though. I don't give a shit about what somebody says or thinks about me. I was in an area, it's a rough area called Stoke, and some geezers went by in the car, and they was going, oh, hello, because I'm wearing a barber jacket. And I said, you're right, boy. And they cracked up. They were cracking up. So,
Well, I mean, I see an awful lot of people where I live in a big city, and it's like some of them, I just look at them and think, what the hell do you look like?
Yeah, I
So
know.
the
Yeah.
way some people dress now is just like, and I'm not talking about your kind of your quote unquote normal attire, but some people are just like, my God, do you actually really think that you look good like that? It's quite shocking.
They're all naked. That honestly, I walk out genuinely though, aren't they? Especially we've just had the summer, and I see from too young girls to too old to too large to too skinny, wearing absolutely nothing. And you think, who has told you? Again, it's a lack of men in there, decent men in their lives, because I wouldn't have my daughter going out in some of the things I see these girls in. It's absolutely horrendous.
The ladies not dressing for men.
No.
Also they're being persuaded as to what they think they should be parading themselves as. And I've often said, I don't think if women could realise that they sell to them because they're easy game, they'd stop doing all of this, even high heels. I mean, I think to myself, why do you go out in high heels when it ruins your knees? It must be terrible on your legs walking like that. I mean, I don't know. I've never worn heels, but it must be terribly uncomfortable. And you think it's because a man made those and sold them to you and said you look sexy in them, and now every girl wears them. And I don't, a lot of things that they do, I don't think they really think about it. Or is that the difference between men and women?
No, it's peer pressure. It's peer pressure from other women.
I mean, to be fair, I think a woman in high heels does look good. I do like high heels, but it's not just
me
women.
too.
It's not just women though. It's not just women. It's men as well. It's everyone. It's everyone. Everyone's just, I don't know, just fallen victim to. Well, it's peer pressure. It's peer pressure, and people wanting to be thinking, oh, I'm different. I'm unique, and in fact, no, you're not. You just look like an idiot.
Well, again,
I'm different and unique, and then you end up looking like everyone else who's told by the influencers and the media that they, what to wear. I wear English country clothes. I wear traditional English clothes. They last for bloody years, and they're cheap as chips if you're careful.
But again, it's part of the programming, isn't it? If everyone's different, then no one's together,
Well, yeah, but the extraordinary thing is, and you see this in youth cults, we're different. Metal kids, they all look the same. Bless them. I've got nothing against them, but they do look, or punks. We're rebelling.
Yeah, it's tribal. It's a tribe. You fit into a tribe. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, did you see the? You probably saw the story. The convicted kiddie fiddler, the singer of the band, in jail.
Yeah.
Mixed feelings about that one.
I've got any mixed feelings about that, actually. I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people shouldn't be. If people go to jail, they even as bad as their crimes are, there should be a certain amount of security in jails. That's that side of it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. But I think, even the unwoke people know that our prison system is completely backwards, and it's whoever's the toughest criminal rules that bloody, or the toughest gang rules that bloody jail.
Yeah. I mean, there's always been that culture in jails anyway about the nonces. So that's not anything new. They've always been targeted in
it's not a surprise, but I do think that by killing that creature, they took away his chance for redemption. And I know that sounds a bit wussy, but
I don't think. I personally, Viv, I don't think there is redemption for those type of people. I think it's I think that's who they are, and I don't think they can change. If I ask you now, as a lifelong heterosexual, could you become gay? And you say no, I couldn't. It's the same.
No, I couldn't. No.
I'm gonna have to jump in.
Sorry,
I'm going to have to jump in and say, because that's certainly one of the things that I experienced with some of the people I met from very, very broken places is, you know, when certainly with some of these boys, when it's done, when things are done to them at such a young age, there is a very, it's hard to explain that there's a belief that it's okay to do it. And I'm not saying, but trust me, I think it's the most heinous crime, and I'm different to both of you. I didn't want him to have redemption. I felt great about what happened to him in prison, but I do appreciate that there is we're certainly in such a dark place at the moment that we have to realise that there will be boys and girls out there that had horrific things done to them at such an early age that they might have gone out. You said yourself, but you know it's wrong. But okay, they went out once and they did the most horrific thing that they had done to them. I think Viv's right that even I can say that we have to hope that people can have redemption in certain situations. That if their life has been completely ruined by a family member or someone that was close to them at such an early age that they believed it was an okay thing to do, that even the likes of me that find that the most heinous crime, we all know what we're talking about, the most heinous crime, I still believe that there is people that are, you said, I don't think you could be made gay. Again, I'm going to say, I think you're wrong. I think, again, if you take someone with a moldable mind, you can turn them into anything you want to a certain extent.
Well, and we see that. We see that all the time. We see that throughout society. What I mean by redemption is to recognize that you're very, very, very deeply into sin. And to recognize that and to just get some kind of, I don't know, recognition that you've sinned so badly. What you've done is so wrong.
I've always said, I think full redemption is that you get to the point you realize what you did was wrong and therefore you punish yourself. And I think
that's right.
I still, as I've always said, I've done many things that I still feel was not to that extent. I better pull back from that, by the way. Nothing anywhere near that. But I've done things in my life. No, I've done things in my life that I still today regret, and I still beat myself up about it. And I think, and I still remind myself that by doing that, I do genuinely, in my heart, know that what I did was wrong. I can always, you should be able to genuinely feel that you were wrong. You can never judge it. The person that did it is the only one that can judge whether they know they were wrong or not.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But it's not. It's certainly. I'm certainly not offering this as an excuse. No way.
I think, especially with in the West, the diabolical state we've got ourselves into, I think we're going to have to readdress, certainly for a generation or two, we're going to have to readdress certain aspects of that we've just spoke about, because I think it's going to be a realization that how broken we've made this young generation. Even just as we've said before with the COVID, that small amount of time where those youngsters weren't seeing faces, weren't seeing smiles, weren't seeing, didn't learn to perhaps speak at the correct time, didn't learn communication skills. And that's just a tiny aspect of it. But I think we're going to have to go through a period of time whenever this great awakening happens. That's what I think it'd be. It'd be a dark awakening of realization of what we've done to each other, sort of thing.
Yeah, that creature was enthralled to basically Satanistic ideas of "do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law,"
which is different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we've kind of started off down a dark path again. So let's try and change the subject, shall we?
Go on then. Go on.
We seem to end up on this subject every week these days, and
I know, but it's so prevalent; it's everywhere. I know, but yeah.
So,
I mean, trying to cheer it up. I was going to say, because I don't know if this is not really cheering things up, but it is in a way that we're still on this peace in the Middle East, and there's still lots of things going on. with that, and I do love. I'm sure both of you have seen it. The way Starmer was snubbed on stage by Trump.
Yeah.
In fact, Bronze is the best one to explain what I'm talking about, so I'll let him do it. But yeah, I thought, and looking at Starmer's face was just an absolute dream.
Yeah, I think it was the when he had the he was giving a speech. I think it was in Egypt after he went. Where did he go to first? He went somewhere else first. I can't remember. Then he went to Egypt, and he had all of the he had Starmer and Maloney and a few others behind him. He was giving a speech, and he was kind of calling out all the countries that came, and he went, "Where's the UK? Where's the UK? UK?" And he turned around, and Starmer's behind him, and Starmer steps forward, and Trump just says something to him. You don't hear off mic, and then Trump just turns his back on him. And Starmer's like, "Oh, okay," and he has to go and sort of, I don't know what he was expecting, whether he was expecting to say a few words or not. But yeah, it was
total humiliation. Yeah,
and Trump said something very interesting as well. He said, "Oh, everyone here, all these leaders, there's a lot of great people here. I like them very much." Then he said, "Well, there's one or two that I don't like." And then he said, "There's one or two I don't like at all." But I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah. So nice.
Everyone's thinking, okay, who's that?
Well, it must be Starmer, because he said that and then did that.
Yeah. And then immediately after, he turned around to Maloney and he gave her a big build up. "Oh, she's a beautiful woman. I love her. She's really good," and all this sort of stuff. And so it probably wasn't.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I see this. Personally, I see the peace deal as something a little more than a ceasefire.
Well, yeah, this is kind of sort of what my first reaction when we brought it up last week. It's like, let's see how long it lasts. Because you saw that there were, since the IDF pulled back in Gaza, then Hamas went around and started killing Palestinians who they thought who had done something wrong, like literally just shooting them in the street. And it's like,
I know. Yeah,
there's your Hamas for you. That's the Palestine all you idiots have been protesting for. You know?
Let's see if they start killing Palestinian Christians, shall we?
Well, it's probably happening, but probably what doesn't get reported on.
Well, yeah.
So,
as I said last week, I'm still in the Q world, and I believe this is the big one. And in fact, I don't know how much we want to go into it, but Bronze shared something with me during the week that was very interesting, very deep, very but possibly this is a little bit more than just a ceasefire. Hopefully, let's say.
Oh yes, hopefully, of course, hopefully. And it's definitely, I mean, it's unprecedented. Trump, it's really amazing now to see how the tone has changed towards Trump. People cannot now, people are starting to, even Democrats and people who previously just, had Trump derangement syndrome are coming out and saying, you got to hand it to him. You got to hand it to him. He's done the impossible. So it does seem that the opinions are starting to change towards Trump because of
you
this.
You reckon?
Oh, yes.
It's not going to stop amongst the wokeistas. Their attitude is, that would be great. Yeah, we want a peace deal, but this one we reject because we want a peace deal without Trump.
Yeah, but they're just becoming more isolated, and they just look like complete idiots. Because it's everyone's starting to recognize that what Trump has done is incredible. What politicians for decades have been saying they want to do, or they're trying to do, and they've failed for whatever reason, Trump has done it, at least to this point. And and the media are now softening up on him. A lot of commentators and influencers who were was anti him and now kind of starting to concede that actually, what he's done here is really amazing. But
the main thing is that the killing stops.
Yeah, well, that'll probably never happen, to be honest.
Well, there we go.
But
the thing is, I think there was more to that Starmer snubbing, because he he's not a stupid man. He knew Starmer was behind him, and he knows who the leader of England is, of Great Britain is. Sorry. So for him to say, and also he'd read nearly every country that was involved, and I think we were the last or the penultimately last one on the list, which in itself is a bit of a dig. But then for him to go, oh, and United Kingdom, who have we got from there? Oh yeah, he's just behind me. When you said we didn't hear what was on the microphone, I certainly saw one where they did show you what was said on the microphone, and he says, "Come over here" to Starmer. So he's the one who makes Starmer walk over. Starmer walks over and he shakes his hand and he says, "I'm really glad you came. Thank you so much for coming." And then he turns away from him and sort of blocks him with his shoulder, and that's when Starmer realizes he ain't going to get to talk, and kind of walks away in shame. But if you notice, watch it again, you'll see his eyes go to someone in the crowd, and there's definite conversations with him where he drops his eyes as if to say, "What the fuck did he just do to me?" I think that was a deliberate public shaming of Starmer or the government or our country for recognizing Palestine and for doing all this. What was the other thing? The League of Nations or whatever it was called that he was putting together. I think that was a public shaming of get back in your box.
Well, I think it's only a matter of time. I mean, all along I thought, although Trump's been when Starmer went over there and Trump was saying, yeah, he's doing a great job, he's a great guy, blah 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 blah, and everyone was like, what the hell, what's he on about? And I think I said it back then. I thought he's just playing him along because he knows full well what Starmer's all about. He knows that Starmer doesn't like him or his policies, and vice versa. I'm sure, as JD Vance has been quite vocal about in this country. So I think it's a matter of time. Trump will turn on him when the time's right, I'm sure.
Yeah,
that'll be it. He's playing him. He's playing him for sure.
He's also got the Chinese spy stuff against him at the moment, which looks like it's going to be. Looks like they're trying to build that up to be a bigger thing for us to be involved, for us to watch.
Yeah, this is the government being influenced by China, basically. And the case collapsed. The initial case collapsed, didn't it? But I don't think.
Well, yeah, but it collapsed because the government couldn't or didn't or wouldn't or whatever give the evidence that was needed for the case. And apparently, no, I don't want to say, I think I'm right in saying that MI5 have come out and said that they were waiting for evidence, and that's the kind of is that not where this is going, that they deliberately didn't give the evidence that could have sorted the case out?
I'm not sure, but it seems like it's faltered, but I don't think this story is going away. This is one story which is going to come back, I think, for sure, because it's just too serious. Even the Speaker of the House, Lindsay Hoyle, who's a complete left winger, did you see his comment on it? He was outraged about it as well. The fact that the case had seemingly collapsed.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
So I think that was quite telling.
What do you think, Viv?
I think it's a good idea to watch just the way the wind blows. The politicians go where the wind blows. They don't really have. Well, they do. Some of them have convictions, of course, but I wish they'd all have convictions in that sense. But in the sense that the politician goes where the wind blows. I always talk about a film I absolutely love called The Lives of Others, about the Stasi in communist East Germany, and the way that one of the characters in there, a politician who's really extreme communist, he just floats delicately and nicely into a position in the new Germany. He gets another seat. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. you know, the way the Nazis were. Some of them were tried at Nuremberg. A lot of them just wandered off, got into positions in America in Operation Paperclip.
Wandered off as if they kind of just by accident.
It wasn't me. It just happened. You know, a big boy did it and ran away. It wasn't me.
Well,
your politician. Well, apart from being, they're just basically, you know, as I said, they blow with the wind, and of course they see you next Tuesdays as well. I'm not denying that.
Well, it'd be nice if Starmer actually did blow with the wind, because the wind is only headed in one direction as far as he's concerned, and he's not going with it at the moment.
No, he won't. He won't. He's a proven lawyer.
Yep. So yeah. Anything else? There's been riots in Spain, apparently. The French government is still on the verge of collapse. Macron is apparently appointing his zillionth prime minister to try and hang on to power. I think that's doomed. He's a dead man walking, I think.
Oh, you say that, but these people hang on. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know.
You had Tommy Robinson was back in court at the beginning of the week, which was all to do with, cut a long story short, that they wanted him to give over his PIN number for his phone because he'd been done on terrorist charges, the last one, and he didn't want to give over his phone because he's got evidence from children about the problems that are going on in this country. So, as the good man he is, he defended those children's rights and didn't give the phone over, but that's illegal because he was done for terrorist charges, even though he's never done anything that could mean that he was a terrorist before. Anyway, they strung that out over 2 days, still didn't come up with a verdict, and he's got to be back in court in November, just proving that they're just trying to take as much money as they can off of him. I heard it. Apparently, he's been arrested or charged or something like that done to him over 1,000 times now. That's unbelievable.
Well, yeah, it's not surprising. Terrorism has gone from being a material act to a thought crime, so it's not surprising. We're all terrorists now, whereas the real terrorists who are the government, of course, accuse regular people of being terrorists. So it's an inversion, a satanic inversion.
It is. That's exactly what it is, Viv. Satanic inversion, because that's what. That's the whole principle of satanic inversion. It inverts everything, and you see it all around now. See it all around. Yeah. It's been happening for ages. The guilty ones always accuse their opponents of what they are guilty of.
Yeah, of course they do.
Everywhere. And so much of a terrorist is Tommy, and so much of a racist that he did the 2 days in court, and then the next day he flew off to Israel, and he's in Israel at the moment. I watched a couple of his reports, and he's doing very, very good reporting out there about the problems in Israel and what's going on out there. Again, you know, you couldn't be more wrong about Tommy. If you listen to what the BBC tell you, he's an absolute disgusting child. But if you actually watch what he does, go to, I'd recommend anyone go to his channel. He's got a channel on YouTube. So, and he's doing the most remarkable, nice, proper reporting.
Well, that was one of the reasons he reckoned that they dragged him into court this time. They arrested him is because his visit to Israel was a state visit. He was invited on a state visit, and they really didn't want that, so they tried to stop that, and that failed. But
who gets a state visit? I mean, come on, gentlemen. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I think Tommy's going to have a much bigger role to play in the future.
Yeah, maybe. Don't know.
I don't know why. I don't know what the heck's going on, but that guy had some sort of protection from an early age because he's been beaten up. He's had his teeth knocked out. He's been in danger from the gangs, from the police, from the government, and he's still there. And he's just had a state visit to Israel to report on all the horrific things that have been done to the people out there. there is someone watching over that guy.
Well, yeah. I mean, who knows? I mean, he was singing the praises of Netanyahu, which I kind of don't really agree with, and I found that a bit hard to swallow. But yeah, quite possibly. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, he's getting all his legal fees paid by Elon Musk. Okay, so that's probably when you say taking his money with all these cases, they're not anymore. They're just taking Elon Musk's money.
That was brought up in PMQs, wasn't it, about their money, and in fact, in quite a nasty fight. Not PMQs in Parliament. No, I can't remember who it was who was mouthing off about it, but she's had to come up and apologise for calling him I think she called him a filthy racist or something.
Oh, was that Lib Dem MP, Daisy Cooper?
Yeah, but nowadays I think that the accusations of racism are come from racists. They're the children of colonialists. They're the children of imperialists and slave owners.
But they're still emboldening the narrative. That's the whole point, isn't it? They're still putting out the narrative. They're still propping it up.
Yeah, of course they are. But that's their nature, to psychologically project their own shame and guilt onto other people.
Yeah. I mean, Tommy called her out as well, and he's been urged to sue her. I don't know if he will. It'd be nice if he did. I think that might be a marker.
Yeah, well, I suppose you could sue them on defamation, but it doesn't really matter. They will continue. They have to continue. We're into the fourth industrial revolution, and it has to be installed. They've got their orders. There are films. There are documentations of them in compromising situations, either financial or sexual, and they have to do this. They have to.
Yeah, but I think the power has changed. I think the people that have got access to that blackmail are now the white hats or the good guys or whatever you want to call them. I think that now this is all a show, in as much as I think I've said it before, where if you took out the heads of Hydra, then you suddenly get this situation where you can become the head of Hydra, and because we're talking about such dark people that they don't actually see their upline, their person they talk to. They'll never know who they are. They just get a voice or an email and do X, Y, and Z, or else sort of that sort of kind of thing.
Yeah. The modern term is siloing, so they don't really know. It's siloing and cascading in business terms.
If somehow you were able to take the kingpin or at least the number two out, and suddenly you are relaying the messages onto people, that's how I think this is a show. In as much as I think what's being done is so obvious because they're being told to do it, and they still think they're being told by their overlords, but actually they're being. Because that would be quite poetic justice to have done to them what they've done to us for centuries.
Of course.
And I genuinely think that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's the revelation of the method. To invite a vampire into your house, you have to wreak their evil. You have to invite them. If you stop them, if you say no, and that's why I don't vote. I'm not going to vote ever again in my life. Yeah, I've had it. I'm done with it. I'm totally done with it.
So does this mean you're not even going to vote in the Eurovision?
Oh, that's a different thing. I mean, I thought the Azerbaijani entry was just fantastic.
Well, how is that still going? That's such a defunct thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's gone the same way as music. It's Eurovision contest years ago has a lot of pretty good, all right stuff. Really, I mean, you had France Gall. Yeah,
ABBA came from. That's where they broke through.
That's right. You had France Gall, who's a great French singer. You had Sandy Shaw, I think, was on it. You had loads of stuff was all right. As far as pop music goes.
Yeah.
So Yeah, but now it reflects the current culture, which is machine led.
I see. Looks like John Bolton is going to be indicted. The next one's going to be indicted.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I missed that. Right.
So it's starting to trickle now. It's starting to come out.
Yeah, but it's all temporary, man. Trump can't have a third term, and who knows what's coming after that.
The last president.
Well, this is it. I mean, if you have faith in the Q, in all of the Q stuff, then that's that they have measures in place to make sure that what he's doing is going to continue. But I don't know.
Actually, there was something he was talking from the Oval Office about something that he'd closed down, and he said, "I want you to let the Democrats know that we've closed the funding down to this thing, and I want you to know that it will never ever be able to be reopened." And then he sort of re-emphasized it that, trust me, these things that we've put in place, they won't ever be able to do this again. So again, we don't know what's getting done with the American behind the scenes stuff either.
Time will tell.
Nancy Pelosi was looking quite haggard, old and frail when she was shouting off at someone. She lost her temper at a reporter the other day. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, that was some woman from Lindell TV, and yeah, she lost it, didn't she? The reporter just asked her about her implications in refusing the National Guard on January 6th.
And, that's it.
Just turned around and she went, "Shut up."
Yeah, but that's the attitude of politicians, contemporary politicians. So
I mean, yeah, but that woman is just a blithering idiot. She just, even when she speaks, she doesn't really make much sense.
All politicians are carefully chosen to be blithering idiots.
Yes.
And look at what was going on with her husband and that gay guy with the hammer and the whole situation. That was like, I mean, there's been some weird situations in the last couple of years that I've been drawn to, and that was one of them. That just yeah,
the craziness with that hammer incident was amazing. But then we get this all over, don't we? We get Starmer with his Ukrainian rent boys. So
what is it about that level of? I think that's it. That's the problem. It is just pure Satanism or something like that. Because it's just rancid, isn't it?
Well, as Viv just said, these people are carefully chosen, and
from birth,
and they're probably all of that ilk to a greater or lesser extent.
Yeah, and they're all compromised. There's film of them doing really unpleasant acts. That are, if it's sexual, there's monetary irregularity. Michelle Mone made a lot of money from the COVID pandemic. Is she going to be
something that the Chinese are very famous for doing, getting you into absolutely terrible, compromising situations that you can't get out of? I think I've seen what you're talking about. Actually,
compromat is a Russian invention, Soviet Russian. So you just invite the diplomat. He comes over. He's all happy. They throw a banquet in the diplomat's honor. He goes back to the hotel. There are people there, boys, girls, naked boys, naked girls. He's pissed out of his head. He thinks, oh yeah, but there are cameras in there. Cameras recording everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard even more forceful things than that. Like certain people being woken up in their hotel rooms with a gun to their head. And they bring in a young child and they say, "You're going to do this, and we're going to film you." And forced to actually do it. So who knows?
Yeah, and families are threatened. So yes, it's a power game. It's gone on for centuries, and it has to stop.
The darkness of this world is darker than a lot of people want to imagine in their nightmares.
Horrible stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of course. But there is light.
There's always light. Yes.
Yep. as dark as the night appears, the dawn will always rise and shine in its beauty. So let's not worry too much.
Yeah.
Stay true to yourself.
So anyway, Viv, I think it's time for Viv's bookshelf. Please tell us what you've been reading this week.
I've been reading a book that I got from a book festival I went to. We went, when we went to go to lunch in that place that you went to. We go there every week on Sundays. Nice little place. And they're going, "Oh, Viv, there's a book festival on. You going there?" I'm going, "Oh, no, I don't think
Viv's
so."
gone. You've never seen.
You didn't want to go to a book festival. My word.
I was going, "Oh, no." So I thought I'll have a little look. But then I went in and I was thinking it's all going to be just self-published fantasy novels and sort of kind of semi-erotica and badly written shit. But there I found a couple of people. One guy wrote poems. He's been writing poems only since March and he's got 6 books out. And I thought one of them's about the machine, the technological advance. And I thought, well, yeah. So I bought his book of poems. So they're pretty good, actually. But then the biggie was Sisters in Adversity, the Women's Institute in the 1953 East Coast floods. It's an 80-year-old woman. She's got access to an event that's been completely forgotten, which was the 1953 floods, which swamped the East Coast from Scotland down to Canvey Islands in Essex. And she's actually got a groundbreaking book. She found a load of books in the archives, letters from Women's Institute detailing the 1953 flood, which was devastating. And she's written a lovely little book. It's really amazing. And what's hit me as I'm reading this is that government and councils didn't really give any help when the seawaters came in and killed. We're looking at maybe 300 people, possibly a lot more. She reckons a load more were killed. So I'm reading that. It's fascinating.
Okay, what's the name of the book first of all, and what was the year that happened?
1953. The East Coast was overwhelmed by a winter tide. Or going on for spring tide, the sea breached. A lot of inadequate sea defences.
So what
came in?
Yeah.
Sisters in Adversity.
Oh, okay.
And it details the Women's Institute attempts, and it's just so heartening that when people and humans work together, we can achieve great things in the face of adversity. Yeah, adversity.
No, that date just made me think of. I think it was like because I think 1952 it might have been. Totally unrelated, I'm sure, because it was.
No, it's not. I know what you're saying.
North Devon. There's a couple of towns called Linton and Lynmouth, and they're right on the edge of is it Exmoor? They're right on the coast, and I think you got Linton is right up on the top. And then there's really sharp where the moor comes down. And you got Lynmouth at the bottom, which is right on the coast, which is the mouth of the River Lynn. And 1952, they had a massive flood there, but it came the other way. It came from the moors, and it came down and completely flooded Lynmouth. It was a bit of a disaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
but these things are forgotten. It's kind of related. It's kind of related. I mean, when we went to Felixstowe, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Well. The flood defences were all right in Felixstowe. Thing was, the water, which rose to an incredible extent, we're talking 6-8 feet. It backed up down the River Orwell, and it came onto, of course, obviously a working class area made of prefabs from people from the war who were housed there, and it completely overwhelmed it. And there are memorials there in Felixstowe. So it was a massive event where we used to live. The sea breached. 30 people were killed up there in Norfolk.
Yeah, Norfolk is a bit flat, isn't it? Anyway, the Fens.
Yeah, well, it's not as flat as you think. No, nor is Suffolk. You've been to my town, and it's not. But it's pretty hilly. It's set in a bowl, so you're walking down hills, and but yeah. I mean, East Anglia, particularly up the north, Cambridgeshire, north of Norfolk, that is flat. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's why cycling's so big in Cambridge, because there's not.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, so it's a fascinating thing. 53 floods. Yep, completely forgotten. No help. Why would the government, the councils help? The scum. They're only scum.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care.
Don't care.
They got far more important things to spend money on than population.
Yeah, they got wars to prosecute and all kinds of things, and enriching themselves.
Yeah, they got hotels to pay for, and of the invasion.
Of course.
I did see. I don't know. You kind of see these things in the papers. There's a big storm coming apparently to this country. We're going to get battered by a storm, and the thought occurred to me, like, the way things are these days, these storms are probably all of the previous generations who have passed before us, all turning in their grave at the same time, and creating these natural catastrophes.
Yeah,
from what's happened to this country.
Yep. Oh yeah. Well, one day they'll rise from their graves and take their revenge. I doubt it, but
well, yeah. But the thing to take from that book is the actual. The thing to take from that book is the positive side. That, as I think you said, that we are capable of amazing things when we come together.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, of course.
We don't need the money. We don't need the high-ranking people. You find these stories all over the world, all over time, where it's been just the average person on the streets that's come together and done remarkable things.
Yep, exactly. That's what I'm getting from this book. It's really well written, and bless the woman who wrote it. I was speaking for quite a long time, and even though she's 80 years old, Women's Institute, and I'm thinking,
what was the author's name, by the way?
She's called Linda Sexton.
Okay, yeah,
and
a little plug for Linda Sexton there.
Yeah, a little, boost. I got the second edition. The first edition sold out because it went to Women's Institutes, but I'm thinking, these little groups, these little things like Women's Institutes, you think of them, they're talking about rhubarb jam and how to preserve plums and, how to make a perfect Victoria sponge. Oh, no, it's much more than
that. Yeah, I should hope so.
Yeah, well, it is. Clearly,
but don't knock any of that. Don't knock any of that you just spoke about. That's another thing, like, of the splitting up of families. And that none of these kind of things are getting passed down to generations. As I've said before, there's people around here there's someone around here that's never cooked until recently, never cooked a vegetable before. So telling someone how to make a Victoria sponge would be a remarkable thing to pass down these days.
Yeah, totally. So let's hear it for Women's Institutes all over the country. They're brave and they're resourceful people.
Yep.
So that's the end of my book session. Thank you very much for allowing me that.
Viv's book report.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, but what you said about being able to achieve amazing things if we together, that just made me think of, that's probably why they're making it so difficult these days for us to come together.
Yeah,
of course. So
much
is divisive nowadays. So many narratives are divisive, and deliberately so, because the last thing they want is for us to come together. Although, well, to a certain extent, I think we are coming together. There's there's signs because
well, just looking at the way the marches have grown in in the years that all three of us have been going to them, they've grown exponentially. It'd be interesting to see what happens this weekend. There's a in fact, I'll leave it to Viv to say, but there's a thing going on this weekend. It'd be interesting to see how many turn up, to be honest with you. But I think, as Bron's just alluded to there, that we are, funnily enough, coming together.
Yep. There's on this coming Saturday, a number of us from the East Anglia and all around the country and probably around the world are gathering in London at Marble Arch, 1:00 on Saturday, to express our discontent and dislike and rejection of digital identity, which has been pushed by the Uniparty. So I urge everyone to join us. It won't make a difference, but we will build networks and we will see old friends. So,
it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see how what kind of turnout there is. I mean, it's the first one, I think, sort of in London at least. Pushing back against the digital ID. I don't expect a massively huge crowd. I think there'll be a decent amount of people there, but I think it could be the start of there may be more after this.
I reckon. I'm bringing up, as I say, I'm getting a lift. I'll see you both there, of course. You know how to identify me, so I'll be hanging around Marble Arch. We hope to get there early.
Yeah, you'll be wearing a bowler hat and carrying a copy of the Financial Times. Is that correct?
I will, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll be wearing my flat cap and a bundle of light newspapers we have just received. So I'll be giving them out.
What sort of time are you arriving? You said you're going to hopefully get there early. So what sort of time are you looking at arriving, do you think?
I'm not sure. It depends. We're gonna park up and get the tube in. We're going to park on the outskirts. We're not going to drive in.
Good idea.
So we're going to park up and get the tube into Marble Arch. I wish they'd said specifically what part of Marble Arch they mean.
I think I think it will just be there because Marble Arch, the actual monument, is in the middle of a kind of a roundabout. So it'll probably just there, really.
That's where we're heading. Yeah, that's where we're heading. Quite close to the Edgware Road end, not the other side, the Achilles statue side. So, so we'll be there. We'll meet up. I'll see you boys. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, I don't think you'll have trouble finding the crowd. The crowd will be
you'll
there.
see my flag, which I'm carrying. So that'll be all right. It's Christian anarchist flag. So they will be there. That'll be all right.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to have no effect on government, of course. I don't expect that. No.
I mean, I don't think we really expect it to, but it's just the coming together.
I genuinely think it's DOA anyway. I don't think it's going to get off the ground. I really don't.
No. I kind of I'm half thinking the same way. I mean, let's look at the grand successes of government IT projects. They've pretty much all totally failed. Billions of pounds have been spent and spunked, and they didn't work. NHS spine. That's going to be all right, isn't it? We'll do that. Nah, didn't happen.
Any government IT project is always rubbish. It's always rubbish.
Yeah,
they've got a track record. I mean, I think also that the fact that Nigel Farage has actually come out and said, I mean, he's dead against it, and he I think he said as much as he's prepared to go to prison to defy it. So yeah, it's it's just going to be another huge financial waste on top of everything else.
Well, it won't be a financial waste for those who have invested in it, the NGOs and the various companies that are being paid millions of our tax pounds. They'll be fine. Don't worry about them.
Well,
That's going to be all right.
Yeah, so a financial waste, basically.
Yeah. But anyway, I urge anyone to attend. I know a lot of people are saying to me, that's not going to be, that's a load of rubbish. That's nothing's going to happen. Well, something will happen. We'll network. We need to get a good damn list of ways we can reject this whole thing.
Yeah.
But, personally, it's going to take a hit. It's going to be difficult. If I lose my job, all right. Well, I'll do something else. And I would urge everyone to understand that we can use their repressive, authoritarian laws against them. Take the Equalities Act. Within the Equalities Act, a protected character is everyone thinks it's about religion. It's about your ethnicity, the color of the amount of melanin in your skin. No, there's also a little bit that says philosophical belief is a protected characteristic. So I have a philosophical belief that the state is an evil entity.
Well, and also technology. It's a ridiculous concept. I just over a week ago I lost my bank card. No, sorry, didn't lose it. I went out, did some shopping, got to the checkout, my card wouldn't work. Tried it again, wouldn't work. So I was like, oh God, my card's broken down, it's not working. Okay, come home without me shopping, which is a nightmare in itself. Got home. There's no way of contacting banks and stuff, and I'm terrible with online stuff anyway. So I was like, I'm going to have to go down to the bank to tell them I need a new bank card. So get ready to go back out again. And then I suddenly thought, I can't get on a fucking bus because my bank card doesn't work, and you can't get on buses without coins anymore.
Yeah.
So I had to phone up my friend who's very good with computers to ask her how the hell I ordered a new card. I appreciate I'm stupid with computers. I'm not very good with them at all. So but I have to get help from other people, and I'm not that old, really, to be fair. Anyway, yep. So she helped, ordered the card, but I only got the card yesterday. Yesterday 4:00. So it's a whole week without a card, and to move on to that in itself broke me. I had to give someone some money so they could draw it out, so they could come and give it to me, so I could go out and get some stuff that I needed. So just that small aspect of that, I don't want digital ID where your whole life can go wrong just because of me making a mistake online or something. No, thank you.
Exactly, and it's not only that. It's not only that aspect. The aspect that really bothers me is that they will have access, and they're already doing this. Ian Davis on his Substack, check it out. I'll post it at some stage. His article, read that, and he says it's already here. It's already here. The data scraping, So what they really want, I reckon, is that they want central bank digital currency to replace fungible, hard cash. Basically, they want to get rid of that. They want to have zeros and ones. Everything is controlled. They're desperate because, as we've always say, they can't even service the debt on the amount of money they've borrowed or printed. Which is a bit mental to me. It's of course it's a lie, because any time a politician says something, the lie dribbles out of their mouth. They can't help it. But it's leading on to the central bank digital currency, and that will lead on to the Chinese social credit system. Have you been good? Oh dear. Oh, Mrs. Jenkinson, we noticed that you've bought 2 packets of sausages this week, and your meat ration is only 1 packet of sausages. So we're going to have to fine you 10 credits or whatever they're going to do. But it's not workable.
Well, it's not
workable.
They can just delete your life. So if you don't comply, with the flick of a few buttons on a computer somewhere, they can completely delete you from life. So you wouldn't have a job, you wouldn't have a bank account, and you on the streets, and they have full control that way.
Totally, of course. That's the game. That's the aim. I would advise you, 4D, to just keep a stack of money, 100 quid. I'll just keep 100 quid, maybe 200 quid of cash.
And do you know, I do. I always have, and it was one of those times where I just didn't have the money. It's always blooming sod's law, but yeah, I'd used the money a week before or whatever. I hadn't topped it up, and a blooming yeah. So even me, I normally do have at least £100 in cash. Yeah.
I think everyone should be doing that, and have stuff. You know, I mean, okay. I've got loads of books and they're not that worth that much, but surprisingly they are. Some of them are.
I've got a cracking body. I've got a cracking body. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
I can sell myself several times.
yeah. There is that. Yeah. But I mean, you know. I mean, I think the idea of going on this march, and I've thought about it a lot. I've thought about, well, I'd rather stay in my room and read. But no, I'm going up to that London. Okay, and I'm going to see the old faces, because I know that the old faces will be there. The old faces meaning those people that turned out against the imposition of lockdown and the jabs. They'll be there, so I'll meet up with them again, and we can just swap ideas. You know, it's creating a network. It's recreating the network we had.
I know what you mean. It's got to the point now where I can, and it's a little bit easier for me because I go out with my beret on and show off that I am an ex-soldier. So all the other ex-soldiers I notice, but now I find on these marches, I say hello, or I notice at least 2 or 3 people every time, and it's like you say, you kind of notice the faces that have been there for a long time, and even though it's a sea of people, you still seem to notice the same sort of people, and it's quite nice actually. I'm quite a lonely person, so I do it just to meet people.
Exactly. I mean, that is the positive social aspect. I don't think anyone really expects the government's going to listen. They don't listen to anything. You know, it's a uniparty. They're set on recessing. They don't want to reset the whole damn show. You know, they got their orders, on they go. But we can be a spoke in the wheel, can't we? You know?
To a certain extent, I don't think the marches are for them. I think it's for us, i.e., people see what happens and they want to get involved, and our numbers grow, and that's who we're showing that there are people out there. Because as I say again, you know, back in the early days, you'd only have a couple of thousand, and it's got to the point where recently there was over 1.5 million at least, I reckon. So, you know, it's a great. I don't care if they notice or not. Really don't care about them.
I don't care about them anymore. They mean nothing to me. The government. Nothing. It means absolutely nothing to me.
Well, it's getting on. Actually, it's getting on.
Really?
We were gonna leave it up to Bronze to come up with a new comedian for us to chinwag about. So,
yeah,
we'll go over to you, bud.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have come up with a Mr. Spike Milligan.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Who I think could be quite interesting. I think there's maybe a bit we could talk about him.
Oh, interesting. Controversial as well.
Yeah, controversial. Nothing wrong with a bit of controversy.
No.
Spike Milligan, KBE, Knight of the British Empire.
Is he really?
Yeah.
He is Irish, though, Spike.
He's half
Spike.
Irish. His father is Irish.
All right.
And his mother was English. Came to prominence in the early 50s on the radio show called The Goon Show, which is kind of a surreal, satirical radio show, which actually also included Peter Sellers and a couple of others, Michael Bentine, Harry Seacombe.
Oh,
And I believe that the Goon Show was one of the major inspirations for Monty Python as well.
totally.
And he's had a really interesting life. Actually, he was born in India. His father was a sergeant in the British Army in the Raj. 1918 he was born, and he lived there. And he came back over here when he was about, I don't know, relocated to England in 1931. So 1820. So when he was 13 or something. And he was quite talented. He was not just a comedian. He was a musician and a writer. He wrote books as well. He wrote poetry. Wrote books for kids as well. And he was just really a bit mad as well.
That's what I remember about him. He was one of those crazy, like absolutely crazy. I used to, because again, I would have been very young when I first sort of saw him on the screens, and I just remember he looked crazy. He did crazy things. He moved crazily. I was always fascinated by Spike Milligan as a youngster.
Yeah, it's a great choice. Great choice.
Thank you, Viv. Yeah, I mean, he did. I think he moved. He did actually appear in Life of Brian. He had a little cameo in that.
Was he the? He was the guy in the hole, wasn't he?
No.
He's the one when they're going. They're going. I have his shoe. I have his shoe.
No, that's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, and the whole crowd runs off, and he's just left standing there, like with his arm in the air. And he
it's not the guy in the hole. It's that. Yeah.
And the whole crowd runs off, and he just sort of looks around, realizes, and then just walks off to the side.
Yeah.
Actually, he does it very Spike Milligan-y, actually, doesn't he? Yeah.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah. And go on.
Like so many of these British comedians, these great British comedians, he was subject to depressive moods and mental health storms.
Yeah,
mind
apparently
storms.
He was bipolar, apparently.
Oh, really? Right.
Yeah. And also in the 70s, he did his own TV shows. Funnily enough, called Q. That was the name of his show, Q.
Oh, right.
And he did various iterations of it, and they just numbered. It'd be like Q. I remember because my dad used to like him. He was a big fan of the Goons, my dad, and so he used to watch his TV shows, his like half-hour comedy shows. And I remember Q6 or Q7, I think. And I used to watch it. I didn't really get a lot of it. Some of it was funny, but a lot of it was just like, this guy's mad.
Yeah.
A very sorry, Viv, go on.
No, I'm just thinking about Milligan. Really incredible, really. Yeah.
His real name was Terence Allen Milligan.
Oh, right.
He took his name apparently after hearing the band Spike Jones and his City Slickers.
I remember them. I know them. Yeah.
On Radio Luxembourg, and he just took he liked the name Spike, so he took that.
They were a sort of swing band, I think, the Spike Jones, or sort of that of that era, anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, he served in the army in the Second World War as well. He was a Lance Bombardier, I think, in the Royal Artillery. And I think one of his famous books is called Adolf Hitler: My Part in His Downfall, which I think was dramatized as well, wasn't it? Wasn't that made into a film?
I think it might be, I think it might be. Yeah.
He was born in 1918. Excuse me. So he couldn't have been in the army during the war.
Second World War.
He was Second World War.
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, sorry. Yeah, got you.
Same year as my dad was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was also a multi-instrumentalist as well. He was quite a talented musician. At least he played a few instruments.
So another one that was an all-round entertainer sort of thing.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, another. I always love the. I always wanted to visit his grave, which reads, "I told you I was ill." In Irish. Yeah.
Oh, it's in Irish, is it?
Yeah, I can't read Irish, but it's. Oh God, everyone's going to have a go at me. I'm not even going to read it, but it's in Irish, and it's Irish for "I told you I was ill."
Love it, love it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just having a look for some more information. Yeah, he served in the Second World War as a signaller. That's funny, 4D. We were talking about signallers, weren't we?
Yeah. God blimey, yes, yeah.
He served as a signaller in D Battery, 56th Heavy Regiment Royal Artillery as Gunner Milligan.
So he was a gunner in the signallers. Yeah, probably quite an intelligent bloke then.
Yeah, well, quite often people who are super intelligent quite often go over the edge, and I wonder if that might have been part of the case with him.
He won the world's. Yeah. He won the. There's an award, and who knows about all this nonsense, but the world's funniest joke. He won that in 2002. Yeah.
Oh, for what joke?
Yeah.
Two hunters are out in the woods when one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be breathing, and his eyes are glazed. The other guy whips out his phone and calls the emergency service. He gasps, "My friend is dead. What can I do?" The operator says, calm down, I can help. First, let's make sure he's dead." There is a silence, and then a gunshot is heard. Back on the phone, the guy says, "Okay, now what?"
Yeah. I wonder if there's any connection with that to the Monty Python sketch, "The Funniest Joke in the World."
Yeah, I reckon. Yeah.
Which was, I thought that was a really great sketch.
Yeah, I reckon.
You're right in saying he's famous for the "There's a fly in my soup" sketch. Did he not do that one very well, or is famous for it?
I think you're right. Might be right there. Yeah.
I do remember seeing a I can't remember what it was now. It was years and years ago. Where he did this. He appeared on this program, and it was kind of one of these big band type things where you have the brass players sitting behind each other in rows, and along the top row were the trumpeters, and they're playing this music, and they're all standing up and playing their trumpet bits, and the camera's panning along, and it gets right to the end, and there's Spike Milligan, but instead of a trumpet, he's got a bottle of Guinness.
Yeah.
He's just drinking out of a bottle of Guinness.
Brilliant.
But yeah, he played. Did you know he was a member of the Young Communist League when he was? Yeah, to demonstrate his hatred of Oswald Mosley's British Union of Fascists who were gaining support.
Wow. Yeah.
He performed as an amateur jazz vocalist, guitarist, and trumpeter as well during the 30s and 40s. Yeah, he did a lot. He did an awful lot.
Yeah, he did. I just see because I don't know, but was he's accredited here as being in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland from 1972.
Whoa! Oh!
I didn't know he was. I didn't know he did any of that stuff.
I could see him in that actually.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and actually, that's the year before he did the Adolf Hitler, My Part in His Downfall thing.
Oh, there's a film of that, is there? Oh my God, that needs that might need a revival, you know. Yeah, that could do with a revival. So many of these great British films. The British Film Institute have been releasing a lot of them. They did one called the Bed Sitting Room, which I just thought was a mess, but you know it's still interesting. It's got Spike Milligan in that. It's about a post-apocalypse people who are living in they're living in a kind of weird bed sitting room, which actually turns out to be a rubbish dump.
Right.
But yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, he was. 1972, Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.
Yeah.
So who does he play in that? Is it a part that's memorable?
Griffin.
Griffin, apparently.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
It's a character I forget. I don't think they. So the Griffin is not so well known in that. But I mean, I've read the book, obviously. Yes.
He was also in. Do you remember the early 70s? Those two films, The Three Musketeers, with Richard Chamberlain and Raquel Welch and Oliver Reed.
Oh, I saw that he was in that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he played Raquel Welch's dad in that.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
Well, Raquel Welch did appear in a lot of British films, a number of British films, especially one of my total favourites, Peter Cook and Dudley Moore's Bedazzled.
Bedazzled, yes, of course.
What a wonderful film.
How can you forget her in that?
As Lust.
Yeah. That's where Peter Cook plays the devil, isn't it?
Yeah, he's the devil. Yeah. You rotten devil. Why are you doing that? I'm the devil. That's what I do.
Oh, he was in The Hound of the Baskervilles as well.
Love that film.
God, what a I'll definitely have to look into him this week and find out more. That's quite cool. Yeah.
Yeah, Pete Cook and Dudley Moore are in Hound of Baskervilles. I seem to remember. I really enjoyed that film.
Oh, really? Okay. Who played Holmes in that one?
Peter
Cook. Oh, it's a comedy.
Peter Cook, of course, played Holmes.
And
Dudley Moore is Watson, of course.
I don't think I've seen that one. I'm going to have to look that one up.
I have seen it. It's terrific. It's got Terry Thomas and Kenneth Williams in as well.
Oh, fantastic! That's must see. That is.
Yeah, isn't it? It really is.
What a lineup!
What a great lineup. Denham Elliott, Joan Greenwood, Hugh Griffith, Irene Handel, Terry Thomas, Max Wall. Wow. This looks like a bloody... I don't think this is not the one I'm thinking of. Roy Kinnear, Penelope Keith as massage parlour receptionist. Oh, my word. Prunella Scales.
Oh, yeah.
Sybil. Sybil. Yeah, that's got to be seen. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of the really sad. I think it's Billy Wilder. Yeah, there's a really sad one about the Sherlock Holmes one. It's another Hound of the Baskervilles one. But yeah, that was terrific. I haven't seen that, I don't believe. The film received overwhelmingly negative reviews. That makes it sound really good to me. Yeah.
History of the World, was that Mel Brooks, that film, History of the World?
Yes, it was.
He was in that as well.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
He was in the French Revolution part of that.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Am I right in saying he appeared in Blackadder a few times? I'm sure I remember him in that.
Maybe.
Or not.
Yeah.
A Blackadder? Oh, I don't know about that. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe I've imagined that. Maybe he seems like someone that should be in Blackadder. I don't know.
Yeah, it certainly seems like. I'm not sure. Don't know about that. But there was a great Baskerville. No, there was a great Sherlock Holmes film. It's absolutely wonderful. Can't remember.
Was it Hound of the Baskervilles or was it another one?
No, it's another one. It's another one which I'm not. I can't recall, but it's really, really. I just thought it was really good. I think it's a Mel Brooks film. I do think so.
Oh, really? Oh, so it wouldn't have been Basil Rathbone or any of those.
Oh no! It's a weird kind of spoof. Right. But sad, but really interesting.
Have either of you seen the modern series on Sherlock? What do you think of the modern one with what's his name? Cumberbatch, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, I did. I thought it was very different, very out there, but all right actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like him. I don't like Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he's a bit of a dick. Yeah.
They all are.
Yeah, no, the concept was quite good because it was all kind of modern technology, wasn't it? They're all sort of using the internet and stuff like that.
Yeah,
yeah. That's right.
So it was okay.
I do correspond with an American woman who's been writing so-called fan fiction about Sherlock. They're called Sherlock, and so she's really interesting. She's a really nice person.
Yeah, Sherlock Holmes. It's funny how so many people think that he was a real person.
Oh, they do. I know. There's even a plaque in, I'm sure you know, in Baker Street.
Well, yeah, funnily enough, when I think this is what I was led to believe was that when Conan Doyle wrote the Sherlock Holmes novels and he put him at 229B Baker Street, there wasn't such an address.
That's right.
I thought it was 221.
Oh, 221, sorry, yeah. And sometime later on, Baker Street was extended a little way. And so there actually became a 221 Baker Street.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And now it's just like a, kind of a Sherlock Holmes kind of gift shop and tourist attraction and this, that, and the other.
I hate to be the geek, but it's 221B. And I think there was a 221. But
221B, that's right, yes.
Yeah, and it never existed. You're right. Yeah.
Now, well, I don't know if there is a 221 now, but I'm not sure there's a 221B. But yeah, that's quite funny.
Oh my goodness, there's so many Sherlock Holmes films. It's absolutely, I'm just looking up.
Basil Rathbone ones were great. They were really good.
Oh yeah,
really
fabulous. Absolutely fabulous.
Some crackers in there.
I can't find the one I'm thinking. Oh, I think it's the 7% solution. I think that's the one.
Did you see? Sorry, we're getting right off of Milligan now. The modern Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. Did you see any of those?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, they're okay. They're all right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've seen them. I can't remember them, but I'm pretty sure I've seen them.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, for me, Basil Rathbone is the definitive Sherlock Holmes, and no one's ever beaten him in my book. But the Robert Downey Jr. ones are okay. They're all right.
The film I'm thinking of is Billy Wilder, a great American director. It's called The Private Life of Sherlock Holmes from 1970.
Yeah, that's got what's the guy who plays Holmes in that?
Robert Stevens.
Who?
Robert Stevens is Holmes. Colin Blakely is Watson.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different one, but yeah, I've seen that. Is that the one with the fake Loch Ness monster in it? Is it that one?
Yes, that's the one. Yeah. That's the one.
I always thought that was Christopher Plummer in that.
I know what you mean. Christopher Plummer almost certainly plays Sherlock Holmes. I can't confirm that, but I'm almost certain. But yeah, that film is terrific. I absolutely recommend that. All Billy Wilder's films, I think, are really good. Love that director.
I've never smoked a pipe, but I've always thought I love that old Sherlock Holmes type pipe. I'd love to think I could pull that off and look good with one of those.
I know. I love those pipes. They're called meerschaums.
Meerschaum, yeah.
Meerschaum.
It's such an outdated thing now. Occasionally, I do see someone with a pipe, and it just looks really weird. You think, "Wow, there's a guy smoking a pipe! Wow."
I know.
See, I like to stick out in a crowd. I'm now thinking I should get myself an ornate pipe.
Yeah, the meerschaum ones. They were the.
Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, you went again. You disappeared again, Bronze.
Oh, sorry, am I back?
Yeah, you are back. Yeah.
My uncle, when I was a tiny little kid, I had an uncle to smoke a pipe, and he used to smoke that aromatic tobacco.
I love it. Oh my god,
I love that smell. Yeah, I really did like that smell.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't remember who it was in my family, but I do have a memory of that lovely, even as a child, thinking it was quite a nice smell. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beautiful smell. Yeah. I even looked it up a few months ago. I was thinking, I'll come off the fags, and get myself a pipe. But then I thought, nah. But yeah,
then you will get youngsters driving past in cars shouting abuse at you.
I know. Yeah, you old wanker.
Oh, load it up with some nice green. Lovely. Yeah.
Hey, oi.
Obviously, I mean garden herbs. Of course.
Oh yeah. Of course, I know what you mean. Yeah, parsley, cinnamon, and thyme, and whatever.
And actually, that's brilliant because I was trying to think of a way of bringing it back to jokes and ending it up because I've got to disappear in a minute because I want to go back, go to the toilet. Anyway, I've got 2 jokes and mine are food related this week. So from herbs and spices, I'm going to go on to cheese related jokes. So,
ooh, very good.
What do you call cheese in the mirror?
Don't know.
Hello, me.
Aye, very good.
What do you call cheese that didn't belong to you? Sorry.
He's laughing already.
I know. That's terrible. The answer to that is nacho cheese.
Oh no.
Aye.
So thanks to my art group for those 2 cheese related jokes this week.
Well, while on the subject of food, I ordered duck for dinner last night. The bill was huge.
Very good. Very good.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. Oh God. Here we go. Spike Milligan jokes. My father had a profound influence on me. He was a lunatic.
Yeah.
I have the body of an 18-year-old. I keep it in the fridge.
Oh dear.
I don't mind dying. I just don't want to be there when it happens.
Yeah. I thought that was a Monkhouse joke, that one.
Probably was. Monkhouse has had the compendium of all jokes. So almost every joke seems to flow from Monkhouse.
Yeah. Today I caught my neighbour stealing my socks off my clothesline. I was going to confront him, but I got cold feet. Well, my Australian friend told me that he has a half brother. I said, different dads? He said, no, shark attack.
Oi. Okay. Another one from Spike. Money couldn't buy friends, but you did get a better class of enemy.
That's more of a truism than a joke, isn't it? I think.
I know. Well, jokes. I think certain jokes are truisms as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure.
Why didn't the toilet paper cross the road?
No.
Because it got stuck. Sorry, because it got stuck in a crack.
Oh dear. That's called lowering the tone, but
certainly is. Yeah. Well, one of us had to do it.
Yeah, of course.
All right, one more.
It's usually me, so I'm glad it wasn't me.
All right, here you go. One more. This one's not. This one's hopefully will raise the tone. Not by much. I just spent £300 on a limousine and discovered that the fee doesn't include a driver. Can't believe I spent all that money and I've nothing to show for it.
Yeah, okay. Your Tim Vine jokes are good.
Oh, is that a Tim Vine joke?
Oh, I thought you was. They all sound like Tim. I thought you were still on Tim Vine jokes.
Oh no, I've moved on from Tim Vine.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Do you want to get done for copyright?
No.
Is that it? Are we all out of jokes?
That was a very poor attempt at jokes tonight, I think. But hey, yeah.
I don't know. There are some good ones. I mean, I'm reading Spike Milligan's jokes. They are weird. Spike's jokes are weird. You know.
He was though. He was really sort of out there. He was out on his own. Spike Milligan.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. He's one of those comedians where it's hard to tell his jokes because he didn't really. Yes, he told jokes, but he didn't really tell jokes. He was more of a situational comedian, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Sort of just answering in comedic ways, I suppose.
Yeah, I think it was his mannerism. It was the way his whole kind of persona, wasn't it? When he,
I mean, as 4D said, he did have that mad aspect. You know, he had that mad kind of look about him.
Yeah, just a mad look, in fact. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, one last joke to round it off.
Yeah, go for it.
I was born in the 60s and watched my first pornographic film yesterday. I admit I was truly shocked by one thing. Couldn't believe how young I looked back then.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there we go. Well. There we go. We go.
Yeah, that's
Oh, well. Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, listen, gentlemen, I think I will see you. Oh, not think. Well, yes, it is a thing because I don't know what's going on at the moment, but it's a 99% sure. I will see you on Saturday at 1:00 at Marble Arch. We'll see how the day goes.
Yeah, we will. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'll see you then.
Doubled that. So, yeah.
Excellent.
On that note, I'll say a big good night and, I'll see you on Saturday, guys.
I'll say a little good night.
Yeah, there you are. Okay, laters.
All right, see ya. Go the whole hog. I like it.
Good for you. Yeah. Cool.
I don't know, but I do fancy a bit of Christmas pudding. Apparently, it's quite generous portions you get. I'm going for the Christmas dinner, obviously. You know, the roast dinner.
I'm only interested in single females, but okay. Are you two?